Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session for networking concepts. And as I told you that today we are going to see some real device practical also. So first of all, I just want to confirm. Okay. First of all, I want to confirm from your side that you have any question, doubt. If you able to revise your previous session, till now we discussed 3 sessions. If you use, yes. Hmm? Yes. Triple time to 55. We can change that. Yes. That we'll discuss. Yes. MAC address is physical, no? IP address logical. Change the device. It's physical. If you want to change your house number, change the house. That we discussed multiple time with real scenario example. It's inbuilt when we creating the device, manufacturing the device. If you not like number, you can change that. Like what? You can take normal vehicle number also example. The temporary we can do. Like what? That same vehicle example again. Let me continue with that only. When we purchase, on that time we have the option that this many option available. What you want to choose, but once it's done, then you can't change. Then what? You need to change the bike for new number. That same bike you want to you require new number. You can't. But temper like what? Let's say someone using the same bike for some illegal activity, so they're putting other number plate over that for that small time. Then again remove original number plate is there. Like a temporary, we have option, but physical device it actually not going to change. What we are talking is a temporary. It's not like temporary that hardware address change again. Temporary, visible something else. Original address still there and it is not going to change. Getting it? Okay. Any other question, doubt, guys? See, this is our old document which we are discussing. Okay. Network device, network communications, in that IP address and MAC address, hexadecimal things we discuss. Networking protocol, I told you that we'll discuss later because other knowledge required. And so we are going to discuss this by today. Design also remaining, but briefly I give you the idea. Like point to point, one connection or start of all that way we have multiple designs, so that we'll discuss. And also we discuss this kind of thing in the second day. IP address in the detail, class address, class range, class DNE for other reservation, subnet mask is there. So I'm just briefly reminding you. Then private IP, public IP, special IP. In the special also we have two, but this is only one. How you can configure your actually IP everything in your computer and lacking of IP address. So this is the solution, but that also this point you require multiple extra knowledge. So it's just I'm reminding briefly, guys. Anyone? No doubt? Okay. So let's go forward with the new topic. So first of all, we'll discuss about networking device. Sorry, network connection with cable and the device already done. Okay. In that switch router, we need to discuss deeper well, but that when we start the practical. Okay. So right now, understand the cable connection in there also again. There is a separately 3-4 chapters you have for wireless. Right now, again, if you want to understand as a real device and network connection, then wired is important as a beginner. Once you understand how the physical connection working, then you can understand wireless also. So again, right now what? From this, we'll discuss here. So in the wired, mainly we have two kind of wire, or you can say cable also. Okay, like what? One is copper and second is fiber. Two kind of wire we have. Either we can use copper cable or fiber cable. Okay. Now, in the copper cable, again we have two options. That you can say one, we are using very old scenario. That we have coaxial. And latest we have, which is right now we are using, that is twisted pair cable. Okay. Now understand. As I told you already, coaxial is very old thing. So I can show you some images. Automatically you will get the idea. Okay, this kind of cable maybe you've seen, but nowadays not coming with the computer or network device. Okay. So let me take you to our materials. Here, Ccna topics, fundamental, cable, media and cables. This is coaxial cable. Round cable with only one copper wire. Nowadays, you will find in your setup box, Dish TV, or if you have the Airtel Fiber Extreme or Geo Fiber, there you will find this kind of port. No doubt that setup box also able to access with the Wi-Fi and internet. But in that device, you will find the separate interface where we can connect this port. Previously, you can say no OTT platform. On that time, Dish TV, Tata Sky, and cable channel, where we are using some plan from other distributor like we are using right now internet. Previously, what channel? We need to purchase the plan, monthly plan. So you can talk about like what before 5-6 years. Nowadays, even in that Dish TV or other channel platform also, this cable is not going to use because what all thing going to digital with the internet. And before that TV, you can say before 10-12 years, on that time, we are having landline phone, not the mobile. On that time, what? There is a cable connection coming, and suppose if anyone have idea, or you can ask to your elder brother or parents if they have idea. So on that time, we are using internet with that landline cable. Okay, that is known as a dial-in service. So on that time, internet coming with this cable, either with the landline, that is we have connector. I'm talking connector. We have R11, RJ11. It is no need to write, just for understanding because no one is using right now. Even you will not able to find to purchase in the hardware shop because no one using. Even let's say if someone using landline, then you will find, or someone using old internet, then you will find. Both are vanished now. You will find mobile or you will find Wi-Fi internet. So you'll not find. So at least I'm talking on that time. Okay. One connector, what I show this way. This is okay. Okay. Coaxial connector. Okay. Otherwise, this is what with the landline. Old thing. Dial-in connection. So this is just for your understanding. Either you will find this, which is also nowadays not using, and latest is this. In there, what you will find? Here you need to understand the cable structure, automatically you will get idea. Here, no any structure because of only one cable. You can see already image. It's only one cable. This other thing is what? Just for keeping separate from the environment change. You can see like copper mesh, outside insulation, inside insulation, okay, and copper wire. So this all plastic wrapper is what? Is help that main internal wire to remain separate from the environmental changes. Let's say heating is there, coldness is there, raining is there, whatever. Okay. In that case, what? Electricity also affected. I'm not talking about power cut and that thing, okay? But I'm talking about fluctuation. So previously again, what happened? Like if we are talking with the landline call and suppose there is a heavy raining or lots of cloudy environment, then also we are not able to talk properly. Voice is breaking. Nowadays what? Nowadays also voice is breaking, but that is what wireless signal. Right now also, let's say if you are in that kind of area where network is not coming properly, only one or two antenna. In the signal, you can say only one or two point coming. Then what? We are not able to talk properly. Voice breaking in between. Same way, let's say it is a cable connection previously. So in that also what? This is not available, then it is affecting with the environment change. And same scenario also we have here. In twisted pair cable, we have two things. One is, which is using everywhere, unshielded twisted pair cable or shielded twisted pair. Okay, unshielded means what? I just explained here same way. No extra plastic wrapper, no extra that kind of product in between. Directly wire for communication. So that image also I can save. Now we not require this. Here. This you can see only plastic wrapper. It is not a security. Just a plastic wrapper to combine this together. Other all wire directly. That is UTP. Unshielded twisted pair. And this you can see wire with the extra insulation. That is shielded twisted pair. STP. So now what you find here, main thing, twisted pair cable, why it is the name? There is a, or there are 8 wire in one cable, which is in the pair with twisted. That's why the name is twisted pair cable. You can see now again properly. Total 8 wire, but you will find 4 pair. And all 4 pair are twisted. That's why the name is twisted pair cable. Other again here also inside menu copper only. How electricity travel? With the copper. Getting it? So here we have 8 wire, and that's why here we need to understand the structure also. Not only wire. That is very simple previously. If I talk again just for understanding, coaxial connector, coaxial cable, we have 2. There is a RG8. No need to, okay, just understand. And 58. That is the cable name. Here we have twisted pair. So now as a structure, if I talk, then we have 2 options. One is known as a straight cable, and one is known as a cross cable. And again, this is a common name according human. Technical name is actually straight through cable. And this cross cable actually crossover cable. But people remember in the short this way, cross cable and straight cable. Now understand, if you have little bit idea about electricity, then what? We have 2 wire pin also, 3 plug also. Normal, let's say if we are using computer, laptop, or that kind of some high voltage device, then we have 3 pin, right? In that what? One plus, one minus, and one for neutral, ground, earthing, whatever you remember. And if you have normal small device, then only 2 plug also, okay, plus and minus, we not require neutral. Where we find that third pin, if there is a chances of power up and down, power fluctuate, we require more power, less power, like that. So in computer, PC, fridge, everywhere, that is possible. That's why you find mostly 3 pin. Okay, and in that also what? That wire, 3 wire, and that 3 plug, that design need to match. If I make the wire in wrong pattern, let's say plus wire attached in the pin with the minus, create issue, maybe boom, right? The same thing here. For communication, we need to understand that design. Again, we are not going to become electrical engineer or kind of thing, but for networking concept, we are talking. Okay. So for this, you need to understand the device hardware pattern and which device you want to communicate. According that, you are going to use cable. We have 2 options, but which we are going to use when? For that, you need to understand device connector, where we are going to join. Because again, understand, think as a cable, again that 3 pin cable you are creating. So in that, let's say green color wire or black color wire or red color wire, whatever color you are going to use, is there any effect? According wire, no. But that wire for plus or for minus, that is going to affect. That color is what? Just for our understanding. Okay, this is for plus or this is for minus. As a some standard thumb rule. But suppose I have 3 different wire. Okay, all are red color. I can't create cable. I can. On that time, I need to remember sequence. First for this, second for this, instead of color. Getting it? So as a cable, we don't have any issue. But as a device, we need to understand that which kind of device you want to connect, then which kind of cable you will use. Okay, and this is also what after few months or a year, this concept also will go on, because nowadays smart device are coming. Not as a software I'm talking, just touch and everything. Not that kind of smart. Smart software which will predict the hardware. That means what? Let's say if I connect the wrong cable by mistakenly, suppose I want to use this, but I connect this, then what? They will change the function. But that is not possible in pure electricity. That plug will change plus minus. But in networking, we are just using for what? Data sending, receiving. Not for actually electricity is a power. So here it is possible. So nowadays smart is also coming. So later maybe you don't need to remember the concept, but right now still it is using and it is in your code. So right now we need to understand. Okay. So for that, let's understand the device connector concept. And according to that connector, we'll use cable. So here assume. Just a second. If anyone see, then in our computer, you will find LAN port which is look like this. Right? You can see your laptop or computer. If it is computer, then backside you will find LAN port. If it is laptop, not the latest laptop, then again you will find this kind of port. But if it is laptop this way, then you will find here this way. Okay. And also not come with that left side, right side also goes. Depend on laptop structure. But this kind of device, if you find this is what your LAN port, Ethernet port, what we are discussing. So that I want to talk here. Why I draw this much bigger? Because I want to explain that 8 pin. We have wire with the 8 wire, one cable with 8 wire. So they have different function. So for that you need to understand that 8 pin available in our computer. So you can say pin number 1, 2, pin number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So here our main focus is pin number 1, 2, 3, and 6. This is we are going to use in our networking concept. What is that? If it is a PC, or you can say laptop, or you can say router, these all are what? Smart device. Able to communicate multiple network, able to understand IP address, MAC address, everything. If these 3 category device you have, so in that device, this pin work is what? Pin number 1 and 2 for data sending. And pin number 3 and 6 for data receiving. Same thing. This side I'm drawing with some another color. Let's say this is. This same lane code, okay? But let's say it is the switch or hub, or you can say just a repeater. This kind of some device which is not doing actually different network communication, but just allow you to connect multiple device, like a centralized device. These all are not centralized device. These all are what? Centralized device. As we discussed in the basic topology last session, that one switch you can connect multiple computers. So if it is this kind of device, then again, interface you will find same, 8 pin. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But what? Work totally opposite. Here, pin number 1 and 2 for receiving the data, and pin number 3 and 6 for sending data. Getting it? So this you can say group 1, or you can say category 1. This you can say group 2 or category 2. If different category device I want to connect, then what? I can directly connect pin number 1 sending, pin number 2 and receiving. Let me take another color. So we'll get easily idea now. Group 1 or category 1 and group 2 or category 2. So these 2 devices I want to connect. Means what? PC to switch or PC to hub, repeater, anything. Or let's say laptop to switch, router to switch, this kind of any communication. Then what? Router pin 1 send the data, switch pin 1 receive the data. Router pin 2 send the data, switch pin 2 receive the data. Router third pin waiting for receiving. So here you can see third number send, third number receive. This is this direction. This is in this direction. And pin number 6 sending, pin number 6 receiving this direction. And so what? Communication possible. If in this, suppose we don't have this kind of structure idea and we connect the straight cable directly. So what? This also sending, this also sending. Happen collision. Both are sending on the same pin. It's like what? Plus you connect with the plus in normal electricity. Getting it? Same power. Or you can see this is receiving. So it is waiting that someone sent. And also here what happen if same cable, then what? Waiting for receiving. If we are not able to understand this way, and if we connect the wrong cable. So this concept is clear till now. Then there is another 2 things. You can say pin number 4 and 5 also connected to each other. That is for power. Sorry, my mistake. This is for ground, or you can say earthing. And this you can say for power. So these are 8 pin going to work. So if I want this both connection, then I will use straight cable. You can see easily. In background, no worry. That is a twisted pair. But pin 1 will connect to pin 1 and pin 8 connect to pin 8. Continue same sequence. That is what? Straight cable. So you will draw these in two different sections. First, only draw what I draw these two interface. And then make another image where I explain the cable. Make this in your notes. And then we'll go forward. Hmm? Yeah. First, only draw this image separately. You can say networking device category. Now, multiple different category we are going to learn. So here you can specify like what networking device category according Ethernet port. This category what we are learning according Ethernet port. Otherwise, according work protocol, we discuss lots of other things. First, draw these two different interface for sending, receiving. Then everyone, then add this thing extra as a separate image or just as a learning theory, whatever. That if I want to connect two different category device, then I require straight cable. Don't mix both images. Okay, I told you in your book, you can keep two separate. First only for interface, second for cable connection. And everyone? Hello, people. You can confirm me.
Yeah, done.
Okay. So now try to understand. Suppose I want to connect to same device. Okay. Now try to understand. I have both side same device. That means what? Try to understand here that if pin 1 I connecting to pin 1, this also sending, this also sending both side and waiting for receiving from both side. So here straight cable will not work. That's why here we want cross cable. You can see here, if actually we want our connection, then what we'll do? Here pin number 1 will send, that will be received by pin number 3. Pin number 2 will be sent, that will receive by pin number 6. Same thing, this is waiting for receiving. So this side pin number 1 send, received by 3, pin number 2 received by 6. Look like a cross. So this is what? Cross cable. So whenever we want to connect same category device, then we'll use cross cable. And whenever I want to connect different category device, then we'll use straight cable. Rest of thing is okay, 4 to 4, 5 to 5, 7 to 7, 8 to 8, but still it is cross. So draw this for your example. Same thing when think as a switch. If let's say both side switch, then both side what? Pin number 1 and 2 for receiving waiting. and pin number 3 and 6 for sending. So if switch to switch also, then what? Again, we require cross connection. So same category device, cross, different category device, straight. But with one cable, we can't connect three, na? Laptop is different category, switch also different category, so straight cable. But we don't have multiple port, na? Then it is a different connection, na? Let's say my PC to switch, separate cable, and that switch to another PC, separate cable. With one cable, we can't connect three, na? Simple logic that. We have multiple device, multiple cable. But that is what only two device connect with one cable. Three device with one cable possible. Hmm. 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 Obviously, if you are changing your topology, if one device remove, second device connect, then cable also need to change. Right now, I have this laptop. If I use different laptop, I require different charger. Device change, cable change. Hmm? Same device connection, then cross cable. That I'm talking. Majorly, minorly, mostly, no. It is totally depend on the device. Here, let's say still if anyone have multiple device confusion, see here. This is my laptop connecting to switch. Then one cable, laptop and switch different device. So straight cable will work. This one sending, one receiving, two sending, two receiving that way. And now this switch connected to another computer or laptop, whatever. Then also it is what? Straight cable. Let's say this switch connected to another switch. Same device. So it is cross cable. Getting it? So here communication, everything communicate. But one cable only connecting two device. So which two device you want to connect? According that you can use cable. That's simple. If let's say connected this to the router. So again router and switch, different device. So straight cable. But this router connected to another router. Then again cross cable. Able to understand? Hmm? Hmm? Why configuration you putting here? We just discussing cable. Configuration totally different. What I want to put the IP address, subnet mask, then which configuration? But laptop and router not connect directly, na? Yes, then cross. If let's say you are going to connect with this your laptop directly with router, so both are same device, same category. Same category means what? Then cross cable. But again, who is connecting laptop directly with router? That also you need to think. Yeah, we can connect. Okay. But in company scenario, you will not find. Multiple device need to use internet, not one device. So multiple device via switch and switch to the modem or router. But again, if you want to connect directly, so you just need to remember it is in the same category or it is in the different category according to Ethernet. According to Ethernet, both are in same category. Then it is a cross. Getting it? Any confusion? Online people, is it clear for you?
Yep, clear for me.
Okay. This side classroom people? Clear? Okay. So let's what happened to this? Okay. Understand all possibilities. So no any confusion. It will take 2-3 minutes extra, but no. Let's say one simple possibility is what we discussed. Let our computer to switch. Second possibility, let's say my computer connected to another computer directly. Only two device, no multiple device. Okay. Or let's say my computer connected directly with the router. So now this connection is what? Different category device, straight cable. Same category device, cross cable. Same category device, cross cable. Let's say one switch connected to another switch. Okay. One switch connected to router. So switch and switch same device, cross cable. Switch and router different device, straight cable. Okay. This is mostly 5 possibility. Now switch, you can directly compare with the hub. This is a old device. We not discuss actually because right now not using, but still we'll discuss. Okay. So if let's say PC not connected to switch, but PC connected to hub. Same thing. Wherever you find the switch, you can also in background think that maybe hub possible. Maybe hub possible. So this side also can say like what? Hub to hub. One hub connected to another hub. Same category. One hub connected to switch. One switch connected to hub, whatever. Here switch connected to router or hub connected to router. Here PC connected to switch or PC connected to hub. This is our total category. Other if I also draw this separate, then there is total 10 possibility. Right now we discuss only 5. Any confusion if you have, you can ask. These all are the possibilities. In the tools also you will find if cable is this way, then it is a cross cable. If cable is this, then it is a straight cable. So that only logic I'm using. So if you want to draw this, you can. Otherwise, this paint file also I will put in the drive. Whatever we discuss here. So now we have that idea about devices. We have idea about cable. And we also know how to configure the IP address. Okay. So now one more thing we need to understand in the cable only. For what? Not for this network communication. For accessing this device. Let's say if I want to work in my laptop. So laptop have a display, everything, I can directly start work. If I have computer, then what? CPU different, monitor different, keyboard mouse different. Same way, let's say if I want to configure router. It's not like there is a separate keyboard mouse for router. It's again separate device for network management. So I want to configure that router. So router not coming with the display inbuilt like a laptop. Okay. And router also don't have separate interface like HDMI or VGA. So we can connect the separate display. This other device, networking device, which we are going to learn, there we need to access with separate cable. Everyone, first of all, understand the logic or problem. If I want to work in my computer, either I have laptop directly inbuilt display with the device or separate display if it is a CPU. But think about this networking device, router and switch. They don't have separately display to connect. They don't have VGA port. That is in user device we have. In TV, smart TV, we have HDMI. But what about printer scanner? In that you have HDMI port? No. So whatever other networking device which we are going to use, that all we are again going to access via one separate cable. That is console cable. So once we done this, we'll do practical. Because we need to understand how to access the device. Otherwise, just connecting the device, what to do? Suppose you have 10 computers separately. 10 CPU, connect the cable and everything. But display not working. What you do? Same here, if you understand till now, whatever the things, cable, connection, device and everything. But again, if you're not able to configure, not able to manage, again, it is useless. So console cable, now we'll discuss. This is what? To access the networking device control. Or you can say configuration. Able to understand? VGA, HDMI, that kind of port, if your idea, then it is allowed to travel display and graphical thing. Same way, this console cable is what? Not supporting graphical. So you can say through CLI, command line interface. So remember this point compulsory. We can access the devices, but only CLI, not the graphical. Now again, console cable is here. So why the name is console cable? Because what things we are going to do here, that is what? That is actually via console port, not like HDMI or VGA I told you. So that is what console port. Cable is what? Connecting and we can access. But where we connect? On the console port. So now understand, in every hardware, every networking device, if you see, then there are mainly three kind of port. Like what? Most common port in networking device. Which one? One is known as a data interface or port, data port. Like what we are discussing till now. That we known as a Ethernet or LAN port. Okay. Second, we have what we discussed just now, console port. For what? Accessing the device. And third, you will find that is aux port. Not that aux port what we have in our mobile for listening music. Here, actually, the aux full name is auxiliary That is what you can say backup or console port. If console port not working properly, then we'll use this aux port. Okay. Second use is what? Or to access device via network. Via network means what? With IP address. So remember these simple things. So data interface means what? There we are only configure IP address so they can communicate. Okay. But if I want to configure the device, then we require second or third category, not the first. First category means what? User will connect. Second and third, where we connect the admin to configure that device. Everyone, is this clear? So now try to understand here one more things, that this console cable is actually created previously where we have the old kind of compare everything on that time they are accessing. Nowadays, we are having different interface with the high speed and everything. For what? For user. Let's say previously we have kbps internet speed, now mbps and gbps. So according to what? In this LAN port internet, if you remember, we have normally fast Ethernet also with 100 Mbps and gigabit inter also with the Gbps. Okay, previously we have only Ethernet, which is 10 Mbps. Now fast Ethernet 100 Mbps and 1 gigabit with 1 Gbps, and also we have 10 gigabit. So one interface in 1 second able to travel 10 GB. Okay, but that is what? The interface where user are going to connect. If we talk again as a normal other networking device like what? Laptop, computer, TV, then we are coming with the HDMI, VGA, both we don't discuss. So previously what? Only VGA with the low resolution. Now HDMI with the high resolution. And in there also we have now this 4K kind of things. Okay. 6K, 8K is also coming to launch. Right? So what I'm saying, till now the different thing is what? Evolving mostly according user side. As a networking side, network protocol and security increasing. But network side interface still as it is. Because this interface role is what? To access the device and configure. And that we are not going to do daily. 4K display or HDMI we are going to use daily. Getting my point, everyone? So that's why in this, what you need to understand, previously how the device working, that same logic we need to use here just for access. This scenario I'm talking right now. What I'm talking with the old scenario concept, so try to understand here. Like what? Previously, where there is a computer, so computer also coming with the serial port. If anyone have idea. Otherwise, just listen here carefully and try to understand. Serial port. That is look like this way. Above side, 5 pin, and down side, 4 pin. Total 9 pin. And it's in the green color. So internet take a green color. Mostly you will find. In this also, HDMI, only. Here also not. Okay. Just for your understanding, okay, let me just show you one example. Serial interface in computer back panel images. Only VGA. This one also there. Not in the this is with HDMI. Not resolution, not support. So above side PS2 port for mouse, old mouse keyboard. Okay, then you find the 6-pin round kind of interface. Right now we have USB. Here you have serial port with the green color, VGA with the blue color, and parallel port with the pink color. This kind of format is there. Now this format, let me show you with the HD things. This one. Able to see? Green color. This is parallel port. This is PS2 port. Downside we have common USB. Let me save this image so next time become easy. Serial, parallel. Okay. So what I want to say now, proper communication which happen this. So we have according this a cable. Because I can understand if we connect the cable with our RJ45 port, that LAN port, then what it is, our computer port is designed for data travel. Our computer VGA port is for showing display. Getting my point? So our computer want someone else control. And so we have on that time serial port. Why I'm discussing even it is not using right now? Because for this console cable, you need to understand. Because it is still old category. So what understand? One side you will find with the blue color. Cable color is blue. You will find mostly in the blue color cable that there is a RJ45 same port. But we are not going to connect on this interface. We are connecting here. So this blue color cable, one side there is a regular port and other side in our computer, we are actually connecting with serial port. This is called console cable. Till now, you only see cable like with both sides same end. Okay, but this is the different cable which is allowed to access this, let's say, switch, suppose. So switch console port connecting in our computer VGA port. And so wherever this computer, sorry, serial port, okay, and then this computer VGA port showing the display. So these are previously we are accessing. So my computer all display coming with VGA port, and my computer serial port are showing me this device screen. This is how we are accessing previously. But nowadays we don't have serial port. Okay. So what? So nowadays we are using converter, but cable still as it is. Getting my point? That's why I explained this small extra scenario. So now try to understand how nowadays proper communication will work. So again, as I told you, mostly console cable is blue. That also this kind of light blue, sky blue, whatever you can say. So one side we have again that RJ45 interface. That other side is become serial. And here we have another converter that is connecting with serial and converting in USB. So this USB we can attach with our laptop also, computer also, anywhere. And this is how we are going to access networking device. Able to understand? So this converter is your choice. What kind of converter you want to use? Different brand, different company, different color. But this is mostly you will find light sky color. So this is our regular console cable, I told you. This is known as a DB9 converter. DB9 converter, technically. Otherwise, simply you can also talk like what serial to USB converter in common language. Okay. And then what? Via USB you are able to connect. But still process will not end because what? Now again, compute this my laptop or computer start treating as a USB. So again, normally why we are using USB? For data transfer or for audio video nowadays we have that USB. Not for the display. I want to access someone's screen. So for that we are not using USB. We have USB for universal. But still other media category data we are using. Media data like what audio, video, everything. We have the headphone also with the USB. Speaker also with the USB. But not the display. Okay. Even you have this cable, even you have converter. Third thing what? You need to install separately driver in your computer so that it will understand that this USB are expecting display. Clear everyone? So these three things we require. Then we are able to access. Online people, are you able to understand this?
Yes, we understand.
Chandrasekhar, Tanvir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now again, let's say if someone have doubts, we have this converter, so we don't have direct converter. We have. But that is for what data? Again, you can search in internet. Like what? USB to LAN. Okay. So USB to LAN means what? That your laptop USB port convert into LAN. That means what? Nowadays, as I told you, our laptop mostly coming with Type-C port, not the LAN port. So for that, let's say if your laptop want to use internet or networking, for that we have this converter, not for display. Actually, what we want? Reverse. LAN to USB. But then also what? For data. If you search directly console to USB, then you will find. First of all, this is mistake lots of people doing, so I'm just guiding you. Don't search, don't treat this as a LAN port. It is an interface kind of LAN, but it is not for using data or network. It is for display. That's why the separate name like what? Console. So if you're searching USB to LAN, that is totally different, I told you. But suppose you search reverse LAN to USB, then also you will get the things for data traveling or network. You can think about actually modem or dongle if anyone have idea. Previously, we are using also dongle for using internet via USB. So we are attaching with the USB and using internet. That same thing, LAN to USB or USB to LAN. But if you want these things, so directly console port to USB, we have. Okay. But still what? These latest things, all device, I'm talking is a network side, this side, all device able to understand this cable or not? Not sure. So I will suggest use this process only, main cable and then convert. Because this new cable, our device understand, but not sure about the network device, router and switch able to understand this cable or not. So there are lots of compatibility issue. We have new converter directly, but I will not suggest. Use these two parts. So the device side, original cable as it is, console cable, and we are using after converter. Still any confusion anyone have, you can ask me. First of all, main simple logic, you need to understand why we are discussing console cable to accessing control, to accessing the configuration console. Not for the data. For data, we have normal LAN port. Okay. So now we have time. Let me just check. Guys, give me a moment. I'm coming from the side and take that cable and everything so I can show you the live. So online people, for you can right now try to understand what I'm explaining with the talking. Okay, later you can do remote access also. Right now I'm explaining to classroom people all device and cable. If you want to see this cable, once we finish the class, you can just rotate around. Everyone can see live. Okay. Right now I'm just connecting. So see one side, this blue color, one side our regular LAN port, and one side serial. and then converting in USB. Okay. And then you want to access the device. This is the router. You can see this, everyone. You will find yellow color tagline, that is your regular fast Ethernet port, and blue color mentioned with the console in the interface. There is a 3-port interface. All look like a LAN port only. Interface of LAN port only. But already mentioned with the yellow color, that is fast Ethernet, and some are with blue color, that is console. For online people, I can show you in the screen. Wireless. Huh? No, actually, this is the router right now class people watching. For online people, you can see here, upside and downside to fast Ethernet port, right side above side blue color little bit console, and downside offset. Able to see online people? This is the same device right now. people watching here in classroom. All look like a same interface. And also don't go, sir, above side we have pin, down side we don't have, it is just up and down, reverse. Okay. One interface is what? This way. And this is reverse. So this pin, you can see, this pin is, you can't see here in the image. Nothing else. In real scenario, you can just rotate the device, you will find both side pin. Give me, let's do practical. So same device, let's connect and start. And everywhere will be light when you start. All port will checking that okay, all port is working or not. So everywhere you will see the lights. Only one time, just checking that everything working fine or not. Then it will apply the configuration whatever previously available. So now what I need to do in my computer, as I told you, we require driver. So again, it's a USB. Okay. So sometime what it will automatically detect. USB means plug and play. But in again, some rare case not able to detect, then you will find you require to just search that same thing. USB to serial to USB converter driver or DB9 converter driver. That code word I told you, DB9 converter driver. That cable also for online people. I think I have image. See this. One side LAN port, console cable converting in the serial. This is the original console, then converter serial into USB. This kind of pair you require. In this also image you can see. Previously only we have console cable, no converter, because previously we have directly serial port in our device. So now what I told you, three things I told you according the discussion, that network device connect with this, then serial connect with USB and USB connect here. So this cable able to understand by our computer, so we require drivers. Driver you can simply download and install. There is no issue. Okay, it is not a separate special training how to download driver. It is not a hardware networking class. But still, I'm just guiding you. You can search in the Google that two word. Either what? Serial to USB converted driver or DB9 converted driver. And just install. After that, what? This USB port via this cable able to take a console access. So again, where it will be visible, because your computer and laptop already showing your motherboard and your hard disk that display, which is receiving by your own device, not from the USB. So for that, the last things for configuration you require, that is console or terminal. Don't confuse the console order, because in advanced that also known as a console, but let's say terminal access software. Like we have packet tracer. So in that what it is a software, just click and open. In real scenario, it's not like we touch the device, display open from the device. So in real time, what if I want to access this device, I require one more things, that software in my computer. Software to access CLI, or you can say terminal. In there we have multiple options. Okay, but most common and famous, that is putty. So you can again search this word in the internet. or I will say also. Okay, otherwise, just for more understanding, if you want difference or only this, no, we have some other called Mobox term. We have secure CRT. Multiple option we have. Okay, you can also search this in the simple Google like what? How to access terminal, or let's say the same thing. Software to access terminal. Or this terminal also, let's say keyword you're not able to remember. Then more common search like what? Software to access CLI, networking device. You'll find these also. Multiple different option is there. You know that nowadays any one product, let's say physical hardware or software, you will find lots of options, multiple companies there with the small different features. But what mostly common use, then these three. From there also, this is the top, other according your requirement. You will find this is less as a personal user, but in company this is more because it's a paid version. Require license, need to pay money, not even in the rupees but dollars. Okay, so as a student, I will suggest you can go with this. There is no issue because both are same. Here we just have more option. More option in the sense what? For our management. It's not like more thing we can do in the device. Device, yes, it is. What software you want to use to access that device, it is that. It's not like different software. That means you are able to do different thing in your command. Okay, you can think as your laptop again. Normal laptop screen, 4K screen, touch screen. It is just a different option to show your screen. It is not affecting your hardware capacity or what software is installed. Same way, original router or switch, whatever network device, that remain as it is. But for you management things, right now we have these tools. We can also use this. I have this license also. But it is not security that every student able to purchase. Simple. And for practice, all thing we are able to do here. So what you can do again, you can search here and you can search about that simple word, putty. So official website is, you can see putty.org. Okay, and mostly wherever you find .org, so you will find all things free. Organization like python.org, Python is free. Okay, so just open this and you can download. And again, click here, whatever the architecture you are using, or if you are using Linux, then also Linux available. Click here. Only 3.5 MB. Okay. And then what? You will open your download section. Here that putty available. Double click, next, finish. Nothing else in there also. I already have, so I can't install again. But I'm just showing. And once you install that, you can just search from your start button, putty software. Then you will find that and this kind of console visible. Let me do bigger so you will get idea. This kind of console visual. You can see putty configuration. So first I told you explanation according physical connection. What cable require, which port we need to connect, converter we require. Now I am explaining how to configure. Okay, so for configuration we require this software where we can access the command of router. So in this what you need to do? You need to select this serial. Again, our laptop connected with USB, but in background what? Connection going via serial. So you need to select serial. And once you select this serial, then you will find here COM. COM is forward communication. And that with some number. So again, let's say I want to communicate with you. You require mobile, I require mobile. That is physical. But for communication, I require your number, you require my number. And then I will dial. Same way here. This number we need to check from our computer setting. That when we connect the USB, it is counting which number. because it's random. Some computer have connected what? Headphone in the USB, hard disk in the USB, maybe camera in the USB, or your mobile tethering starting, your mobile charging, anything. Multiple USB possibility. So they will use random port number. So these you need to verify from your computer. And then just what? Select serial, number change, and okay. That's it. But these whole thing are what? Dependent. So write sequence compulsory, need to remember. Otherwise, let's say just open the putty, you can click open. If this number also same, then what? Open the putty, select the serial and open. That's simple. But what? That will not open the router command if this number is not matched. So this number you need to check from your computer configuration. Where you find that number? Open your computer. Okay, left side you will find this PC. In that right click and go to the manage. If it is Windows 11 you are using, then you will not find manage option. You can go downside, more option, then manage. Right now it is Windows 10, directly manage available. Windows 11, small changes. You will downside, find more option, and then manage. So this is computer management console open. Okay, this is what computer management console. Here what? You can go to this device manager. So you will find all connected device with your computer. And in that, you can see your COM. And in that COM, which number it is? Multiple number is there for standard Bluetooth link. And this is, you can see, USB to serial COM port. And that number is 10. So you need to just find this number that right now my computer connected via that cable with the number 10. That 10 number is connected to router. So that 10 number you need to type here. I'm not doing anything else, okay? I just open the putty, select the serial and COM number 10. Nothing else, just open. And you will find this kind of console. Why not coming? Click. Let me check cable have a issue or is that I will ready the another device. Phone number 10 only. Okay. Okay, cable have a issue, guys. You can see here, this way you will find. Let me just show you again. If anyone miss, just open your Putty software, which you download. This kind of screen look like. You need to select the serial and then COM number. That number where you find, I already show you from your management. And then just click on open. So you will find this kind of console. Don't confuse this name. Okay, this name I fix. This is my personal laptop or other thing also. So this name I fix. This name should be visible whatever device you are accessing, but I fix this. Otherwise, when you press enter, now what? Hmm. One more try. Putty serial COM number 10. Enter. Just now we access. Serial cable in. Let's try again. Serial 10. Hoffman. Okay. So right now again, it is not a surety that you will find R1. Okay, it is what whatever router you are using, whatever that device name. This R1, I configure. Right now, what we need to understand this thing. By default, whenever you are accessing via console, so by default you are getting that is a greater than sign. So like we have different user level in our computer also. Normal user, standard user, admin user. Same way here in the networking device, we have different user mode. Like we are discussing on user level, user authority, here it is known as a user mode. Okay. What we have? We have 3 mode. This no need to write. Okay, this we have more detailed file written already. User mode in networking, or you can say iOS. What we are discussing right now, what we are accessing right now, that is what known as a iOS. Cisco iOS. iOS means Internetworking Operating System. Like we have Windows 10, that is what OS, operating system. But for that is normal computer, user, Linux and Windows, or Apple, Mac OS, Ubuntu. Okay, for hacking Kali Linux or Parrot, that all are different OS. Same way, this is for networking, Internetworking Operating System. Okay, and that is what? Accessing with CLI only. Second thing what? 3 user mode. Or you can say mainly 3. Otherwise, there are multiple. Mainly 3 user mode. What is that? One, what you can see this right now. Second, you will find something with this has. And third, you will find config and has. These 3 mode we have. So right now where we are? In the greater than sign. This is what? Normal user level, or you can say guest user. This is known as the privilege level. Okay, or you can say privilege mode. And this is known as a global configuration mode. Means whatever you are going to learn, configure everything we are going to do here. So you have these 3 modes. If I want to change anything, let's say I want to configure the IP address, or I want to change the IP address, like we done already in the computer, we can do here in router also. For that, we have this configuration mode. But let's say already configuration is there, I just want to verify, check. Then we'll use this mode. Or let's say already configuration also there, verification also done, network running fine. So every time admin will not sit on the one device. There are multiple devices in the network, and maybe there is different location, different branch. There is an issue, so admin will go there. So temporarily they give the access to what other user, that you can just keep monitor. If something happen, you don't need to do anything. Just call me. That is what this mode, user mode, guest mode, where again they can do only few commands. They can run only few limited commands, whatever admin allow. Getting it? So this is the main use case of all 3 modes. Only for seeing, watching or monitoring purpose, for checking and verification purpose, and for configuration. So first of all, tell me, is this clear everyone? Anyone have confusion, doubt, ask me right now. Online people, is this clear?
Yep, clear for me.
Okay. So this thing now understand, I'm concluding fast forward. We discuss about the cable which is using for communication. We discuss about console cable which is using for access. In that we discuss about the original cable of console and converter also. That converter converting the USB we can connect in our device. So our device requires a driver also, but it's USB. Sometime auto detect possible. If not detect, you can search. And then we also require PuTTY software. And once you open that PuTTY software, you need to find that communication port number. And then you are able to access the device. By default, you will find here directly what? Router, not R1. By default name is this way. Capital R, this way, router. So if you find that also, that means what? You can understand, okay, it is a router. If it is a switch, then by default you will find this way, S capital switch. So now we'll see this command, how we can configure this. But basic command, first of all, then you can practice that basic also, and then we'll go for advanced. Okay. So understand here, if you are by default in this mode, then we have one simple command like enable. This enable will start. Enable means to start, disable, stop, like that. So enable, and then what? We have this privilege. So which level authority you have, that level privilege you can start. If you don't have any authority, okay, then what? Here it will ask the password. You don't have password, you can't access. But again, if it is configured by admin, then right now it is a fresh router. Okay. Then what? There are no passwords. So I can type only this also, and I am go to the privilege mode. But here we have the option. We'll learn that. That at this level, I can attach the password for security, that anyone cannot access this mode. Getting my point? Like we start the window. Anyone can start the computer. But who can access? Who have the password. Let's say if your computer is at your home, or right now you're coming with your laptop, but you are not available. I can press the power button. Yes, that anyone can do. So your laptop window start. But there is a password screen. Same way. This thing anyone can access because it is by default accessible. And that is what? That is not going to affect our configuration. This part still secure. Only this is able to access. That's why it is known as a guest or user mode. So here we can set up the password. That if anyone type this command, that will learn. And then after this, I have the another command. I can do anything here. But right now, what I verify? Because we not configure anything. So let's say now I want to go to the configuration mode. So we have this command, configure terminal. I want to configure the terminal. That same command. So you can see it is saying what? Entering the configuration command, one per line. And anytime you can end with the Control Z. So right now I am where? Config as. So that I told you, this is your global configuration mode. So here we can configure anything. So as a basic, right now what we learn? IP address. So let's configure that. Okay. So for that what? If physical people, you see that router, and online people also, I can show that image. So there is a two interface. So first I need to select the interface. That which interface I want to give IP. Router is what? That kind of device who allow to connect multiple network. And multiple network with different interface. And that's why we need to select first also that interface number. So we have the command interface, then interface category. As I told you, this router is what? Having yellow color, that is fast Ethernet. So I will give them here what? Fast Ethernet. And then number. Now again, if I open that image for everyone, okay? Classroom also you can see here only. So this is the default router. Having a 4 port, 2 fast Ethernet, 1 console. If by chance in any case console not work, then aux for the backup. Getting it? But you can see this port is empty. And I download the second image intentionally. You can see here. That same router. This 4 port, but it is filled. You can compare. Both are same series router. Able to understand, guys? What I want to say, that by default, this router have a 2 port. But you can also add more with the extra slot. here in that section, serial port is added. If anyone notice, that extra serial port is what? Having with the screwdriver. Screw. So we can remove and we can attach anything else also. But this is fixed. You can see here also this screw visible if anyone. So we can remove this and we can attach anything. It is a extra. While this is fixed. Same way, this is also another slot with the screw. So you can see here also. So this router have a 2 slot, and that way multiple router means all router have a multiple slot. So why I'm discussing this? Because here port number things you need to understand with the 2 number, which slot number and then which port number. Getting my point? Generally, what in our computer, what we see COM number 10, COM number 1, 2, 3, only one number. But here in the router, interface number, not only router, switch also. Mostly all networking device, interface number, you will find 2 different numbers. Like this way, 0/0 or 0/1 or let's say 1/2. 2 number you will find. It is not dividation like mathematics. It is just 2 different number indication format. What is this? So first is your slot number. And second is port number. So let's say if you want to access the by default interface available in the router, then slot number always 0. Inbuilt and computer, networking device, everything starting counting with 0. So if you want to use inbuilt device, then slot number always 0. So like what? In the first number slot, now you want to access first port. Then what? Then it is 0/0. Now in the inbuilt, you want to access second number port, then 0/1. That simple logic you need to remember. But let's say you want to access some other interface which is we added extra. Then that slot number, that may be 1/0 or 1/1 or maybe 1/2 or 1/3. Because extra port, what we see here in the image, that is what you can see 4. So again what? 1/0, 1/1, 1/2, 1/3 like that. You can see here 0, 1 and 0, 0. Online people, are you able to understand this?
So Nikunj, I have a question.
Yes.
In this particular router, there are only 4 ports, isn't it? Which can be used for and I think
Tell me.
okay, and I think all of these 4 ports, they can be in different VLANs or they can be in different subnets altogether, multiple subnets for
Yes,
one
possible.
particular port itself.
They're all things according configuration. Okay. And in this for also understand for data, what you are talking about like VLAN or network, only 2 interface. This side 2 interface is not for the network. It is for accessing. What I'm accessing right now, that is via console port. The screen, what screen I can see. This screen is via console port.
Okay.
Able to understand this.
What about the ports which are on the right? What are those for? Like for
No, I'm just talking right now here. These 2 only we can use for network. This is for accessing the console and this is for console backup. So by default only 2. But if we want to add, then we can. So here the port already added. This 4 is extra added.
Okay.
That's why I show you the both image. In this you can see that port section is empty. Same router. So by default only 2 port. In this it is a old router. Right now just for basic understanding or using this. Otherwise we'll use latest router where we have 8 port also, 10 port also. This is the old router only having 2 port. But if it is let's say less, then we have the option also to add this side also and this side also. We have 2 sections to add extra port.
Okay.
By default only 2. Okay.
Got it, sir.
Yeah. This is one slot. This is another slot. This is another slot. Inside that, port number 1, port number 2, here port number 1, port number 2. Yes. So it is what slot number 1 and then port number 0, 1, 2, 3. This slot number 0 in that port number 0, 1, 2, 3. Here slot number 2 in that port number 0, 1, 2, 3. Getting it? So for this section you can say 0/0, 0/1, 0/2, like that. And let me take another color. For this section, you can say 1/0, 1/2, 1/3, like that. And for this section, you can say 2/0, 2/1, 2/2, like that. So this is how the numbering work. That concept we not require as a normal computer because computer only have one port. But here we have multiple ports, so this logic also you need to understand. Anything doubt from classroom people? Anyone? No. Then let's go here and I want to configure the first interface. That means what? 0/0. That is your first interface. If you want to configure second interface, then what? 0/1. Getting it? So let's do this and enter. So now you are again in the another mode. But this is what according command. This is not your main mode. Getting it? So that's why what I told you. Mainly we have 3 mode. But after configuration, what you want to configure according that there are lots of subcategory mode. You can see still it is in the config only. Like here what mode changes in that way, config would not change, it's still config. You can say if means what? Interface. Short form, if, interface. So here right now in the configure interface. And that only I want to do. And here you can type the command. Like we have IP address. Whatever you want to configure, same command. Don't afraid or hesitate that okay, it's only command, how I can configure, I don't like command. But for networking, that is not the issue because all commands are simple. Whatever the things you want to do, that same wording in the command. I want to configure IP address, type that IP address and then actual IP. Let's say I want to configure 10.1.1.1 and then subnet mask 255, sorry, only class A, then 000. That's it. Done. No any tough command, simple. In this interface, IP address configure. Okay, and let's say suppose you type the wrong, then what? It will give the error. Let's say I forget to type 4th 0. So format will not match. 25500 is not the right format. It will not find the required 32-bit and enter. It is telling you incomplete command. But not the wrong command. It is just telling you incomplete command. Let's say I not type subnet mask, only I type the IP. Telling that. But let's say I type the wrong command. That kind of mistake possible from your side when you try to do basic practice. It's not like from the first time you do all the thing right. So do also no need to worry from the mistake. If you able to understand what is the mistake, then it is easy. But let's say you are doing mistake also and you are not able to understand that mistake also, then it is critical situation. So here let's say if I do mistake this way, then see it is highlighting that here arrow, you can see arrow. Invalid input detected at here. So it is telling that till that it is a right. Wrong from this point. So whole thing is easy here. So don't need to worry about command. Getting it? So even you are typing something wrong, just try to understand what that is replay. It is telling incomplete command or it is telling what invalid input. Getting it? Suppose I type the wrong from the beginning only by mistakenly. Let's say instead of IP, I'm typing PI. Typing mistake. So it's telling there are some command possible with the P. But P and I, no, this command not possible. Maybe there is other command with the P. Getting my point? So even you are typing wrong thing, but where is wrong? If you are able to detect that, then again you are able to solve your mistake. Okay, it's a PI indicating, okay, I want to type IP. So you can change that. Okay, again error because it's here. Okay, now it's saying here, okay, it's an address. Let me correct it. Now what error gone? But it is saying what incomplete command. Then okay, let me check. Oh, subnet was missing. Just that way you just need to solve. If there is no error, that means command is right. Simple. Any confusion, if still you have, you can ask. And then what? Remember, the network device interface, if I talk as a router, then by default, all interface are off. You can say shut down. You can see right now, there is any light? No. From the beginning, when I start the power button, there is a light. It is what I told you, only first time it will light. Just for checking what the device working fine or not. But then it will apply the configuration, and according configuration, interface is down. Okay. So I can do here what? This way. No shutdown. Shutdown means what? Simple. Shutdown, off. Getting it? So in networking device, let's say some effect already there and I want to remove that effect. Then we have the no keyword. Getting my point? So shutdown, we have the command word, no shutdown. Enter. Just wait, you will find some notification. Let's say command is right, but you will not find any notification here after a few seconds. There should be notification that it is indicate you that interface start. Okay, but if there is no notification, that means what? Practically, you can assume that, okay, interface cable not connected. Otherwise, it will start. So right now you can see cable not connected on the one number interface. I just connect the console cable. Let me show you the screen as it is. Okay. This is our picture where cable. Later you can also see this. I'm connecting here on the 0/0 downside. And when they find the other end, you need to connect anyways. You can see there is a light. And you find the notification. So right now for online we're also, let's say suppose even device is not in front of you. Try to understand what is in the display. Because a real scenario also, let's say you are not going to access router daily. Router or networking, other device, printer, server, scanner are separately in the admin room or server room. And that server room is locked with the other high level security. Daily you don't need to log in there. But you are going to access remotely. So even after a few practical, we'll also do the same process. Daily will not access physical device because that is not in the real scenario also. Only one time that, okay, configure the IP address or device able to work. Then what? Once they have the IP address, they able to communicate in network. So anyone from the network, they can access if they have the ID password that I will configure. I told you before few minutes that we can configure password. So in this device, only I will access for the first time. I will configure IP address. I will configure username password. So later I can access from anywhere. And that same thing in the real company. So what you find here notification, guys? According date and time. Okay, it's a fresh device, not connected to internet. So date and time will not synchronize. So don't confuse the date, but understand the format. Month, date. Then this is the timing. Then what it is telling? Line protocol up down. So it is the category, notification category. That there are some changes here in this category. What is that? Line protocol on, interface fast Ethernet 00, change state to up. Getting it? Just remove the cable, yellow color. And just wait. Now cable removed. You will automatically find down. See that? So even you don't have physical device X-rays, which is going to happen only in the in your job also. Daily you don't have physical device that connect the cable, remove the cable. But try to understand this notification. Now it is saying what? Line protocol interface 00 change state to down. Getting it? So this is happening because of cable. That is what? Line protocol. But now let's say cable is connected and I want to down or up from the command. That I will see. So again I connect the cable. So you will find one more notification up. Now what? With the command, I'm doing what? Shut down. Right now still I'm in the interface only. Okay, you can see. Shut down. Light off. And you will find two notifications now. Why? One notification that what? Communication stop. Second notification that admin shut down the interface. Understand this. Line change, interface 00, change state to administratively down. And because admin down the port, connection again stop. This is state down. Same notification like upside. Everyone able to understand? And again, if I use no shutdown, then again two notifications because admin up, admin start the port, then communication starts. So again two notifications. Again you can see interface change state to up. This is what link. Link up or down and line protocol up and down. Link up and down, that means what? Compare previously, link up and down, that is administrative can do via command. And line protocol, that means what? Actual communication with the cable. So again, you can see right now light, it start. So till now we learned the few command that you can practice because now I cannot stretch more. It's already 1:30. Just concluding here what? First, by default, we are in this mode, right? Then we type the enable command. So because of that, I am coming in this mode, right? Then I type here configure terminal command. And because of this, my router mode become config mode with the hash only. And here I type what? Interface fast Ethernet 00, any number. After that, my mode become config if interface. This thing you don't need to remember. Okay? This is okay, but this three is important. Because after that, whatever command you type, according to that, this number will change. This name will change, but it's still in the config only. And here what we type? IP address and then IP address. And then what I told you? No shutdown. Shutdown means down, no shutdown means up. And we'll see here notification. So command only we learn this. What extra thing we discuss? Understanding of error. In that we have 2-3 type error. Either it is telling what with this percentage that incomplete command. Okay, or you will find again with percentage what? Invalid input. Getting it? If command is right, no error. So second thing what? Except the error, what we understand? Notification. This is again common word, okay? Notification. Otherwise, in technical word, it is known as a system log, syslog. In our Android mobile and normal terms, we are using notification. Otherwise, it is technical word is syslog. So you can say understanding of syslog format, or you can say pattern. This thing we done. Okay. So you will get this notepad file. Today I will upload everything. There is a holiday yesterday, but still I don't have holiday. I have lots of other tasks. Okay. Before that, I need to go to college. You know that. So today, all the document, whatever we discuss in entire week, day 1, day 2, whatever I write here, you will find in the drive with the today video. Separately, notepad file also, whatever I discuss in the paint, that paint file also you will get. But still try to make your own notes. If anything not able to understand, you can write with your own language. Okay, and then advanced practical will do from Monday. No, Tuesday. Thanks. Okay, Monday again, we have some festival like Rakhi or Raksha Bandhan. Okay, so we'll starting from Tuesday. Okay, so before that, I will suggest this whole thing extra. That's why actually I stress little class, so you can do all practice. You can understand about cable, devices, cable connection, console cable separately, putty software, how to access, and then the communication port number. Okay, so if you have time, then you can do practice right now only. You can go to the third floor where we have the entire lab. You can ask to that lab guy. They will help you if you want to do practice. Otherwise, advanced topic will start from next